Let's talk some toys in here.
Hey, what's up everyone today? It's the Man-Child. Alright, so I finally got on my Mattel Creations Camo Kahn figure. Yeah, he's looking great. I mean, just better than I thought he would. You know, we know Cobra Khan just came out a while back, or some people are still trying to get him in Wave 11. And he was also announced at, like, I want to say San Diego Comic-Con or something, a while back over the summer, that we were getting a Camo Kahn and had some extra accessories, especially the fin head. Now, the Cobra Khan didn't come with a fin head because, to be fair, you know, he was just trying to go back to what the vintage figure looked like, which they did. I didn't see a fin head. Usually, would see this in the Filmation cartoon, or also the classics Cobra Khan came with the fin head. But now, hopefully, we could put this head on the Origins Cobra Khan. I'll try that once we get him in a package. What's awesome with this figure too is that it has a collector-friendly packaging that the Mattel Creations He-Man 4-pack came with. I think that was the only one so far that I know of. And look at this art in the back. We'll get into that. But if you're not familiar with these and this big piece of art, you're just going to pull this off. Check it out. That's it. And you pop your figure out. He has another inner bubble. Take him out as accessories. You can review them, set them up, do whatever you got to do with them. As long as you keep this, just lock them back in. Put some tape or something to hold the acid spit effect, for example. Put it back. Slide your art back in. And you're done. Mint on card. And real quick, you also get this cool mailer box that he comes in with the Snake Man logo on the front. You flip it around, you get a really neat looking pencil sketch of Camo Kahn himself. And then bringing it in, you also get a bio about the Snake Man. So real quick, here's our new Origins Camo Kahn and the Classics Camo Kahn. I still got mine card. Now, I bring this in because this is the first time I ever heard of a Camo Kahn figure when I started collecting the Classics. I mean, there was a vintage one, and basically Camo Kahn came out of the Argentina, and I think what happened in the factory, they had extra parts when they got the license for the Master Universe vintage line. They had like Buzz-Off parts and Cobra Khan parts, and so they basically made their own figure up, and this is what you got, but in the vintage style. And here's a quick look at the back of the packaging for the Classics Camo Kahn. Here's a bio if you want to read it. And basically, Skeletor made Cobra Khan an enhanced version, which turned him into Camo Kahn. So I think the origin story sticks with that. So taking Camo Kahn out of the package once again, let's check out this art for a minute, because this is a lot to it. It's like a little mini comic in itself. As far as the front, all right, it has the typical exploding rocks that we're all familiar with, whether it's what the Origins is doing now, going back to vintage. And a Master Universe logo, and of course a Snake Man logo, because he is a snake, one of the Snake Men. But I noticed all the future Origin releases coming out have this now, since at least Wave 11 and 12 coming out. So I'm wondering if all the Origins are going this route with that logo in this newer card, because just to help introduce or push the Snake Man faction more. I don't know. But opening this up, look at this. That is incredible. I mean, it's just so overwhelming, the art, amount of detail, the story. And just to give you a little insight, so we have Snake Mountain up here in the corner, and now this was announced, Snake Mountain was announced for Origins coming in, I think, fall 2023, so next year. But it just says Skeletor summons Cobra Khan to Snake Mountain, so we see Cobra Khan coming in from a porthole. And what's interesting, it looks like laser light Skeletor they're using. And if you read the story, it basically transforms him into this Camo Kahn, just exactly what the Classics did, something very similar to that. Be really cool to see laser light Skeletor. And jumping over here for a second, we have the laser powered He-Man. Now, they were some of the last two figures created in the vintage line, but I don't think they were sold in the USA. They were sold overseas. So I never seen them as a kid. The Classics did make them, but it's neat that they showed them. So maybe we'll get some of the Origins. But here's our Camo Kahn now once he's transformed from the Cobra Khan. All right, jumping over here, got our porthole here he's going through. We have Pre-Eternity, it looks like, whole battle going on here. We got a Eternity playset, which, of course, was a Kickstarter and was announced with Origins a while back. They get funded. But we have, like, Megalator, we have Titus, all these characters, the dinosaurs. That's awesome. I had those all as a kid, too. Got Snake Man mixed in there. We got Snake Face. We got Rattler, Squeeze, which they're announcing. Well, we already have Rattler, but we're announcing coming in the Origins. We have King Hiss sitting up here on one of the dinosaurs. Now, somebody just found one. I just seen a couple of these floating around on eBay and were sold already. So that card the Origins card of King Hiss is out, coming around. We got Tongue Lasher there. Was announced for Wave 12 coming. We have a King Grayskull. We have Eldor. We have Moss Man. I mean, just look at this mix and mash, all this battle going on. We even have this character here. I think her name is, I want to say Sorella. I think her name was part of Pre-Eternia. And then jumping down over here, yeah, just more Snake Mountain or art. Mix of Snake Men, like Lord Grasp and I think it was, I forget the names of these. These were done in the classics. They were variants of Snake Men. Even this girl here too, this female snake lady was, I think her name was Lady Slither. She was also supposed to be done in the classics line, but the classics ended, so they never got to her. But I think that's what it is with King Hiss. Yeah, and just jumping down over here, just there's Moss Man. There's our Mechanic hide, right, which is already out now. New Origins coming out. And we have our laser-powered He-Man, and yeah, just more Snake Man coming through the porthole. It's just incredible. A lot of art. And then if you close it back, it's a... So is that... Okay, that's just a close-up of this scene in here. Check that out. Bring in a closer look. You want to see all that? Beautiful. And then on the very back, it's also even a another close-up shot of more of the art. Part of this battle scene here, as you check that out. Yep, there's our Sorella. King Grayskull. The figure's already mentioned. Castle Grayskull there. Neat. Okay, and let's give a quick look around where our Camo Kahn had a package and all his accessories. And bringing in Camo Kahn for a closer look. So, of course, first we're going to check out that new head sculpt, or the big fin on his head, or cobra head, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so obviously he has an open mouth with the hole to plug in the acid effect, which we'll bring in soon. Or kind of reminiscent going back to the squirting feature, which also this figure doesn't have, as they also cut that action feature from the Origins Cobra Kahn, where it had the squirt mechanism. From those of you who had one as a kid, remember that. But I love the way this fin was done in the back. I mean, look at the sculpting, all the scales, the different colors. Just goes all the way down to the neck. It blends in well, but as far as the articulation, so we can go forward, down, we can spin all around, right? Go left to right. It works really well, even the way it hits the shoulder. I love how that piece was done in the back. And taking even a closer look to the side of the face, yeah, the eyes, just the way they gave a little extra detail into the eyes there, painted. Got the snake-looking eye there. He's got white fangs, which is cool. Yeah, the scales on the top. Awesome job. And I think it's the same ball peg as Cobra Kahn. Yep. So it looks like without the head on. So putting the head back on for a minute. Yeah, the buck is exactly the same as Cobra Kahn's buck. You know, these scaly suspenders are the same, right? There's the front and there's the back, but they're just painted to blend in with this new color on the buck. But now he has, Camo Kahn has a snake symbol on the chest, obviously, which Cobra Kahn does not. The arms are all the same, side the buzz-off claws, and they're painted in gold. And they can spin and run little hinge joints that go in and out, exactly like buzz-off. And the arms can go up, down, forward, back, and bend at the elbow. Both of them are a little tight in the elbows, but bend there. And the waist is exactly the same belt, so we know we can spin at the belt. All right, legs, articulation goes all the way out. Go forward, go back, bend at the knee. And we can spin at the boots, same boots again as or the creature feet, just like Cobra Kahn has, but they're done in the gold to match the gold on the claws. And then we have white nails that are painted here on both sides. So as far as accessories, it just comes with another alternative head. It's a Cobra Kahn head, but once again, just painted different. Doesn't have any white highlights in the mouth, which were fangs. And we'll bring Cobra Kahn in soon. They were comparing the Origins one, but it's kind of what you get there. The eyes are done a little different, but everything else looks the same. And to replace the claws, we also get a pair of semi-closed hands for each side. And you also get this mace weapon done like an emerald green color. Almost looks like a vac metal. You get that. Then you get the typical blaster Camo Cobra Kahn, but instead of a reddish color, it's more of a dull orange color. And you also get this plug-in acid effect. Looks identical to Cobra Kahn's, but done in a blue now. I think it's supposed to be enhanced Venom. And then with this first release head on, we'll plug the acid effect in there like so, and check that out. Looks pretty cool. And then with the claws on, we'll put our mace weapon in this hand. See how that holds? So it holds something like that. What's cool with these, the new articulation on these compared to the vintage, now we can position the mace weapon all over the place, rotate it. It looks more natural to where the, I think the original buzz-off, it had to sit down like this, or you had to put the loop over the claw because it was in an up position. Now with the articulation, it's much better. Okay, and here's our first setup with that finned head, as I call it, comes on. Our acid spitting effect and the mace weapon and the clawed hands. So let's pop this head off and then put our alternative head on. So now taking a look with the alternative head on, or the normal Cobra Kahn release head on. Same articulation, back, forth, we go down and up. So we'll check that out. We have our still clawed hands on with the mace. And let's put our acid plug-in effect in that mouth. See what that looks like. All right, now we got that set up. Okay, so I removed the claws. They popped right out. Let's put the alternative hands in each side. And these hands, of course, like all the Origins, spin, have the hinge joint go in and out, both sides. And we'll put the blaster in the right hand. And we'll even put the mace now on the left, because he can hold 2 weapons. And here's Camo Kahn with this setup now. So we have the alternative head on, acid spit effect, 2 alternative hands and both weapons in each hand. And going back to this first head that comes in the package, so I put that back on. We'll keep the 2 hands on, keep both weapons in each hand. And this is Cobra Kahn's acid spitting effect. So let's just show you plugs in, so all the same what that looks like. Here's just a quick look with that setup. So let's bring our Origins Cobra Kahn in, do a comparison with these two, so you kind of see them side by side, what they look like. Okay, so this is the Origins Cobra Kahn. I took the head off, and let's put the Camo Kahn's head on Cobra Kahn, see what that looks like. Alright, so I have Camo Kahn's head on the Origins Cobra Kahn body. It works really well. The paint mix is great. I mean, it looks like it's what should have came with them, you know? That's how they got you, to get a Camo Kahn. I put one of his claws on the left side off of Camo Kahn for something different. Kept one closed hand on the right, so you can mix it up you want to. Check that out. And now that we get spare hands with Camo Kahn, if you don't want to use them, just keep his buzz-off claws on. You can put this closed gripping hand on the left side of Cobra Kahn's body, because he came with that open hand, which is only good for a shield. It's kind of useless. So now you have that, which is awesome. You can hold 2 weapons. And we'll put Cobra Kahn's head on Camo Kahn's body. And now I just put both claws on the Camo Kahn body. We have the Cobra Kahn head on the Camo Kahn body, his acid spit. Take a look at that. And then, of course, I threw the alternative Camo Kahn head on the Cobra Kahn body, left both hands on, so you can have a weapon in each hand. Check out what that looks like. It's the same head. Once again, it's just painted different. Check that out. Articulation's all the same. All right, I just have the Camo Kahn head still on the Cobra Kahn body. Cobra Kahn's acid spit in that head. Kept the 2 different hands on, or at least put the one closed hand on his side, and it matched either body, which is cool. Dual pistols, and I did change the boots from the Camo Kahn to the Cobra Kahn. Anybody confused yet? Because I am, but you want to check that out. And I also threw Cobra Kahn's boots on the Camo Kahn body. I still have the Cobra Kahn head on with his Camo Kahn's acid spit. Buzz off the claws on. We have the mace in one claw. And I also did fit the pistol in the other one. It can kind of hold. It does fall out, but it could work. And this is the final outcome after a fierce battle of Cobra Kahn meets Camo Kahn for parts. Okay, so overall, I think this Camo Kahn exclusive figure from Mattel Creations is just incredible. I absolutely love the way it came out. The packaging is awesome. That comic book art thing we got. The parts, you can mix and match with Cobra Kahn so well, and they blend really well. The colors look really close to Cobra Kahn. A little bit more shiny, and of course, it's not going to match the arms and stuff, but you can mix and match whatever you want. If you didn't get Cobra Kahn, you don't need him. This is Cobra Kahn. Plus, you know, you got that finned head, the blue acid effect. I mean, you didn't want the green one. The claws and a pair of hands, which you can use the now gripping hand in Cobra Kahn's hand, or switch heads around, and you get this other head to make him a Cobra Kahn. You know, unless you got to have a Cobra Kahn and a Camo Kahn like I do. But if you didn't get one, that is your Cobra Kahn. It's perfect. They did a great job on him. I couldn't be happier. You know, he was worth the $30 in my opinion. I know the prices are going up, but I love the way he come out. I don't know. I think he's great. So, thanks for watching. And until next time, take care.